hi and assalamualaikum everybody. Welcome back to my online English class. Alright, so for today's video, we are going to be looking at your textbook English Plus 1, Unit 5, Food and Health. So, kalau kamu belum tengok lagi lesson-lesson yang sebelum ini, you guys can go ahead and check out this playlist where I put all of the videos untuk tahun 5. All the videos are based on your English Plus 1 textbook. So hopefully video-video itu dapat membantu kamu semua semasa PDPR ini. Alright, so let's find out what we are going to be learning today. So for today, we are going to be learning about countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Also, one more thing that we are going to learn today is what we call as quantifiers. Apa benda countable, uncountable and quantifiers ni? Well, we will find out later. And the quantifiers that we are going to be learning today are only some, any, many, much, and a lot of. Of course, we have more quantifiers in the English language, but for today's video, we are only going to be focusing on these 5 quantifiers. So, tanpa membuang masa lagi, let us get on with today's video. Okay, so sebelum kita tengok apakah itu countable and uncountable nouns, kita perlu first let us refresh our mind about apa itu noun. So in Malay, noun is also known as kata nama, and it is basically everything that is around you. Tengok kiri, tengok kanan, depan, belakang, apa yang kamu boleh nampak. Those are nouns. Okay, so nouns are all the things that you can see that is around you, and normally nouns use your 5 senses. 5 deria kamu, which are your eyes, which means that nouns are things that you can see, things that you can hear or listen to, things that you can smell with your nose, things that you can touch, and also things that you can taste. Okay, moving on. Now that you know what is a noun, let's see the 2 types of nouns in the English language. So the first one, we have the countable nouns, and the second one, we have the uncountable nouns. So what are they exactly? Jom kita tengok. As the name suggests, countable nouns sebenarnya senang sahaja. Countable nouns are things that you can count. Adalah benda yang kamu boleh kira. For example, a car. And then orange, or in this picture, oranges. And then also like students, pupils, children. Those are what we call countable nouns. Orang or objek yang kamu boleh kira. Next, the second type of noun, we have what we call as the uncountable nouns. So, berlawanan dengan countable noun, uncountable noun adalah benda yang kamu tidak boleh kira. For example, water, milk, sugar, and so many more. Okay, so to test your understanding, how about we do practice 1 from your English Plus 1 textbook on page 55. So go ahead, pause this video and grab your English Plus 1 textbook and turn to page 55. For exercise 1, you need to recall back on the text that you have read on page 53. So here are some of the nouns that can be found on page 53, and we are going to categorize this noun into 2 categories, which are countable or uncountable. So we have apples, juice, egg, bread, pasta, sweet, water, and snack. Let's try this out. Okay, so the first one, we have apple. So what do you think? Is apple a countable or uncountable noun? Yes, if you say countable, then you are on the right track. You can count apple. Kamu boleh kira buah apple. 1 biji, 2 biji, 3 biji, 4 biji dan seterusnya. So, sebab itu apple adalah benda yang kita boleh kira. Alright. Number 2, what do we have here? Juice. We have juice. So, what do you think? Is it countable or uncountable? Yes, it's impossible to count juice as in air juice tu kan. So juice is uncountable. Moving on to the next one, we have egg. Look at the happy dancing egg. So cute. So what do you think? Is egg a countable noun or uncountable noun? Yes, obviously you can count egg. You can say sebiji telur, 2 biji telur, 3 biji telur. So, egg is a countable noun. Well done. We have bread. So, what do you think? Is bread countable or uncountable? Yes, actually, bread is uncountable. Okay, next one. We have, yummy. We have pasta. So, do you like to eat pasta? I do. So what do you think? Is pasta countable or uncountable? Yes, it's impossible to count pasta. So pasta adalah noun yang tidak boleh dikira. Okay, next one. We have sweet. Gula-gula. Yes, if you say boleh dikira, then you are right. Sweet is a countable noun because you can count gula-gula. Berapa banyak gula-gula yang kamu mau makan? Jangan makan banyak sangat ya. Okay, next one we have water. So what do you think? Can you count water? Yes, so we cannot count water. So that's why water is an uncountable noun. Good job. And the last one we have snacks. So we have some nuts here as snacks. So what do you think? Okay, what is a snack? Snack ni adalah makanan ringan yang kamu makan. So snack is actually a countable noun. Like for example, I eat some snacks like potato chips, nuts, and what else? Fruits. Fruits can also be a snack. Now, moving on to the rules of countable and uncountable noun. With countable noun, you can use and an, the article and an, which refers to one. And also, you can also use the plural form, whereby you add s. So, dengan countable noun, noun yang boleh dikira, kamu akan guna atau and di depan, dan bila noun tu kamu ada banyak atau lebih dari satu, kamu akan letak s plural di belakang perkataan tersebut. For example, we have over here an apple untuk satu, dan kalau ada lebih dari satu, it will become apples. So that's why apple is countable noun. Okay, and then we have an egg, and plural is eggs. And next one, we have a sweet. Satu, gula-gula. And if you have more, you can write it as sweets. And the next one, we have a snack. So I have a snack, for example. And if you have more snack, you can use the plural form of snack, which is snacks with an S at the end. Alright, so that is the first rule. The second rule, with uncountable noun, we don't use we don't use an, and we don't use any plural form. Untuk noun yang tidak boleh dikira, kita tak guna an, kita tak guna kita tak boleh letak s di belakang. It stays the same. Okay, for example, juice. So if you have a lot of juice, you also call it as juice. And we have water. If you have air sikit pun water, air banyak pun water. And then we have bread. If you have sikit roti, banyak pun bread also. You don't put S at the end. And the last one is pasta. So if you have a little pasta, but if you have a lot of pasta also, you cannot say pastas. That's wrong. Alright? Because pasta is an uncountable noun. So you don't put any S at the end. Okay, everybody. So now let's move on to the second thing that we are going to learn today, which are the quantifiers. So in the English language, here are some of the quantifiers that we are going to learn today, which are some, any, many, much, and a lot of. Okay, so for this, we are going to do exercise 2 in your English Plus 1 textbook, also on page 55. Okay, so what you have to do is fill in the blanks using the words given over here. Those are some food items. So we are going to put it in the correct blank. So what I want you to do is first try this out on your own. Pause this video and then try to fill in the blanks by yourself first. Cuba dahulu on your own, sendiri. Kemudian come back to this video dan check your answers. Okay? Pause this video. Go ahead. Okay, so welcome back everybody. I hope you have done this first. Harap kamu dah buat dulu sebelum kamu datang untuk check jawapan. So, if you have done, good job. And now it's time for us to discuss the answers. Let's go. So, number 1, the answer is rice. There's some rice. This picture is actually your clue, alright? So, please look at the pictures before you fill in the blanks with your answers. There isn't much cheese. And number 3, there isn't any meat. There isn't any meat. Alright, moving on to number 4. There are a lot of vegetables. There are a lot of vegetables. And number 5, we have there are some pears. There are some pears. And the last one, there aren't any crisps. Alright, so for this exercise, I will put myself right on top over here if you don't notice. So what you have to do for exercise 3 is, based on exercise 2, we are going to choose the correct word to complete these rules. Let's look at the first one. We use much or many with uncountable nouns. Yes, the answer is we use much for uncountable nouns. Number 2, we use much or many with countable nouns. Yes, for countable nouns, we use many. And number 3, we often use any, much, and many in questions and which one? Negative or affirmative sentences? Yes, the answer is negative sentences. And the last rule, we use some, any, and a lot of with countable and uncountable nouns. Quantifiers some, any, and a lot of boleh digunakan untuk kedua-dua jenis noun, iaitu countable ataupun uncountable. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to exercise number 4, and we are going to do, to complete this, about food facts. Let's look at the first one. How much meat do vegetarians eat? We use much untuk meat sebab meat adalah noun yang tidak boleh dikira. Okay, and then next one. They don't eat any meat. Kita pilih any sebab this is a negative sentence. Ayat negatif. So, kita guna any. Okay, number 2. How many vitamins are there in white rice? So, vitamin adalah noun yang boleh dikira. So, that is why kita guna many sebab many adalah untuk noun yang boleh dikira. Okay, next one. The answer is many. There aren't many vitamin in white rice. How much fat is there in chocolate? Because chocolate tidak boleh dikira, that's why we use much. Okay. Next one, the answer is there's a lot of fat in chocolate. Terdapat banyak lemak di dalam coklat. Number 4, how much fruit is there in fizzy drinks? How much fruit is there in fizzy drinks? There isn't much fruit in fizzy drink. This is also a negative sentence, so kita boleh guna much untuk negative sentence. Okay, next, number 5. How many people can't eat nuts? Sebab people boleh dikira, so sebab tu kita gunakan many. There are some people who can't eat nuts. Ada setengah orang dia allergic dengan kekacang, so they cannot eat nuts. Okay, so the last exercise that we are going to discuss in this video is exercise number 5. So for this one, you have to fill in this how many we have? 6 sentences with your own information about yourself, and then find a partner like a friend or your brother or sister or your mom or your dad and share this with them. They also will complete these sentences, and then you guys can exchange and talk about this. I will answer this one for you about me, and you can also compare your own with my answers. Alright, so the first one, I eat some fish. I never eat any mutton. I don't eat many sweets. I drink a lot of water. Number 5, I don't drink much juice. And the last one, number 6, I never drink any fizzy drinks. So that is all for today's lesson. I hope this video is easy enough for you to understand, and semoga ianya membantu kamu dalam menyelesaikan semua exercise di muka surat 55. If you haven't yet, boleh klik butang subscribe di bawah dan juga butang loceng, dan give this video a thumbs up. And I guess I'll see you around in my next lesson video. For now, goodbye and Assalamualaikum.